Hello guys, so today I will tell you everything important about file transfer protocol, in short FTP and FileZilla. I will teach you today what is FTP and SFTP and what is FileZilla. And yes, I will tell you why you need to use FTP and FileZilla, how to set up FileZilla, how to create a FTP account and how to use FTP and FileZilla. And last but not the least, I will tell you how it will improve your productivity. So are you ready? Let's get into this. But wait, before we move forward, I request you to bring your laptop with you and practice this tutorial in real time with me. When I'm teaching you, you open your laptop and you perform all the steps so that you can learn FTP and FileZilla. This will make your life super simple. And if you cannot reach your laptop right now, then save this video and whenever you are nearest possibility, you should start practicing this because it will save you a lot of time. And look how cool this FileZilla looks. Feel like a computer of NASA downloading files from a satellite of NASA. Looks like a little bit. Okay, so first thing, what is FTP? So FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, which is a network protocol used to transfer files between a client and a server over the internet. In our case, the client will be our local computer and server will be our website. And when we make this transfer encrypted and secure, then this is called SFTP. So while using SFTP, all the data is end-to-end encrypted. So it is very safe. Remember WhatsApp was saying the data is also end-to-end encrypted. I'm not sure about WhatsApp, but yes. But if you follow this tutorial, your data will be safe and end-to-end encrypted. Okay, now you know what is FTP. Let's see what is FileZilla. To do this transfer, we need a piece of software, which is FileZilla. You can do it via other softwares or via most of the browsers too, but FileZilla offers many more features. You can upload, download, delete, rename, move, and copy files on remote server. Now the big question, why you need to learn FileZilla? You're gonna say, okay, we already have cPanel and we can just log in cPanel and manage your files. You need to use FileZilla because look how pretty cool it looks. No, that's not the reason. So the real benefit is, it is really fast to connect your server and manage your files on your website if you're using FileZilla. Especially if you have multiple sites or you're managing multiple websites for your clients, you can add all FTP accounts on FileZilla at one place and with one click you can connect to any of the website you want. You do not need to log in every time into your hosting account, then log into cPanel, then search file manager and then go to root folder and then go back into public HTML directory and then start working. With FileZilla, you do not need to perform all this big process. With FileZilla, just one click, you will connect to the website which you want to work and will be directly entered in the directory. Second reason, you should use FileZilla when transferring a big amount of files. So because cPanel works in browser and browser already is very heavy on a lot of computers. So sometimes it crashes. So I suggest you in that case, you should use FileZilla. Also, if you want to share your website files with a designer or a developer, you should not share cPanel details with them. Instead, what you can do, you can create different FTP accounts for different people and you can give them permission only for a specific directory. For example, if a designer is working on images, they have access only to the design files or a specific directory where they can put all their work. And if you have multi-website, you can give access to these people to a specific website, not to the complete cPanel where you can access any website. You can also define if a FTP user can edit files or not, they can modify it or not, they can delete file or not. So you have everything in your control. I hope you're convinced. If you're not convinced, I'm giving you the last reason why you should use FileZilla FTP. Because it looks so cool. Just look at this. So you need to download the FileZilla. I will add the link to this website in the description of this video. Then click on download FileZilla client. You have 4 plans. We just need to download this one. This one is like FileZilla manual. You have to pay €5 for it. I don't know why they keep this option. You just follow this tutorial and I just saved you €5. Then click on download. Save file. File saved here. Just click on this file, then follow the instruction. Yes, agree, no, we don't want to install anything extra. Next, next, only for me. Next, 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 install. Okay, I want to manually reboot later. And then click on finish. So FileZilla is installed. You can just use the Windows keys and open this app FileZilla. So this is how FileZilla looks like. On the top, you have some options here. Don't worry if you look complicated. It is not complicated at all. You just need to remember 3 or 4 things, not more than that. So on the left side, this side, it will be your local computer. On the right side, when you connect to a server or your website, all the files will be shown here. I'm going to show you in a minute how it will look. So now you need to add host name and then username and password and port, and then you can connect to server. And how you get all these details? You get all this detail if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm joking, but I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to the channel for YouTube algorithm. To get this login details, you need to log into cPanel or you can ask your host FTP details. But why we depend on host? Let's find these details. Let's create an account for us. So log into cPanel and then search this option FTP accounts. Click on FTP accounts. And then I'm going to create a new account for me, Abhishek. So now you need to choose a domain or website on which you want to connect. Then you need to enter password, then one more time. So now here's the interesting part. You need to choose a directory. For example, by default, when you create a username, it will create a directory for this particular user. So if you give this detail to a user, this user can only log in into the particular directory. They cannot see any other files on the server. But I want to have access for all the files. So what I will do, remove everything. So always I'll log into root folder. But if you have multiple website on your server, so what you can do, you can enter a website root. For example, if I enter letscreateawebsite.com. So now whenever I will log in, I will directly reach to the root of this website. And then click on create FTP accounts. Okay, FTP account is created. If you can see, I have multiple FTP accounts already created. You can see the password of FTP account from here. You can delete the account if you don't want the user use this FTP account anymore. If you click on configure FTP client, you can use these details now to connect your server using FileZilla. So now we have these details, let's go back to FileZilla. And guys, I hope you are following the tutorial with me. It is really important that everything I'm teaching here, you learn that. You just don't watch it and forget about it, because this is a really good habit. It will save you a lot of time and it will help you to manage your website better and to be better at web development. So now we have the details. What you need to do is either you can enter all these details here, but what we are going to do, we are going to do a better way. We're going to click on files and then click on site manager. So now here I'm going to click on new site. I will give it a name. Let's create a website. So first thing we're going to do is, instead of FTP, we are going to choose SFTP from here. Remember we talk about the encrypted transfer, and I really suggest you to use this option instead of plain FTP. And then you need to enter the host. So you can copy the host from here. You can just add it here. Then you need to enter username. Copy it from here. Username, and then you need to enter your password. And then click on connect. Would you like FileZilla to remember password? Yes, I would like to remember password. That's the whole purpose. So there's a root directory for my website, letscreateawebsite.com. I have multiple websites on this server, because remember from here we selected the directory to go on letscreateawebsite.com. So that's why by default I logged into letscreateawebsite.com root directory. And now on the left side we have local computer. On the right side we have our server or our website. If you want, I can go inside WP content folder. I can go and travel to any folder. I can change the folders on my local system also. So for example, if I want to download some stuff from this directory, what I can do, okay, if I want to download this file, what I will do, I'll right click and I will click on download, and the file will be downloaded on my desktop folder. Here is the file. So if I want to edit a file, I'll right click on the file and then I click on view edit. It will ask me which editor I want to use, so I can choose the default editor, which is Notepad. And now I can add some text and I can click save. When I will go back, it will upload the file back again to the server. So if you click here on two dots, you will go a directory up. For example, this is a root folder, because we haven't given permission to this user to go in the root folder of the server. But for the root folder of that particular website, letscreateawebsite.com. So if I want to go inside this folder, I can go there and I click on two dots. I can go one directory up and just click here. I can see all the files from here directly. And if I want to upload a file, I just click here left side and I click on upload. Okay, we do not need this file here, so I'm going to delete this file. So to delete this file, right click and delete. Yes. And also you can drag and drop things from here to here also. And this will also upload the files from local PC to the server or the website. And if you look here, you can see all the details about files, the file size, file types, when it was last modified, the permissions, and the owner group. If you want, you can change permission for any files. For example, if I want to change the permission of about.php file, I click on file permission and then I can change the permissions. If you want to know more about file permission, check the description of this video. And guys, I will show you like how many websites I have added. I'm gonna use another laptop of mine and I will open this laptop and I'll show you that how many websites I have. Look here. This is the FileZilla I installed on my other PC, and you can see how many websites I already added. If I want to connect on any website, I just go on site manager and I click on the site and connect. That's it. And I have so many websites, I do not need to remember login and password for all the cPanels. I can just directly connect from here. Let me know in comments if you like the tutorial, if it is helpful for you, and I request you try it. If you cannot try it right now, try it as soon as possible. And like always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel and share with somebody who need to learn about FileZilla and FTP. Ciao. And if you want to know how to improve my website score 100 out of 100 using Lightspeed cache plugin, check out this video on your screen.